Do you think that he was focusing on this Twin Tower symbolism due to Kabbalism, that perhaps maybe he was looking...
This guy, would give lessons to a straight arrow. I mean, the thing that what he was doing...
Yamasaki, we're talking about.
Yeah, he was into pure, exaggerated capitalism.
Oh.
When he worked in Saudi Arabia, and probably a little bit on the beginnings of Dubai, that he wanted to do things like airports, hospitals, hotels, big housing developments over there, and he was the one that got the Ben Laden Construction Company started.
Right.
Because that was a construction company that was just limping along, not doing anything. So he trained them in his style. So he came over and had them work on the World Trade Center, because I remember one day working on the...
Wait, you say the Bin Ladens were working on the trade towers?
Well, not Osama. I mean,
right.
He was one of the trust fund kids
right.
that came out from this, and that's why his own 50 children have each one has about $1 million in the bank, that kind of stuff.
Right.
But the construction company that Yamasaki used, he had to use, obviously had to use some American ones in there, but these guys were very close. Or they were like right-hand men to Yamasaki, and they would go around and to different desks, and one of them came over to me. He was wearing a turban and all this kind of stuff, and and he says, where should we put the demolition devices?
Oh yeah.
And I said, what the hell are you talking about? Why? This is a piece of paper. There's nothing up there yet. He said, "Well, that's we noticed in Las Vegas that people have that stuff, and it's starting to to spread through New York." And I said, "What's starting to spread?"
Yeah.
Well, to put in demolition devices before before you take occupancy.
No way.
And that means, and the reason for that is like what happens in Las Vegas. Like if the Bellagio Hotel figures it can make $100 more by moving the hotel 3 feet to the right or the left, they'll tear it down and do it.
Right.
And so this is the same deal, because I remember, like in the 60s and the 70s, if you went to New York on any regular basis, and then you were away for a while, and you come back at the same spot, there'd be a new building.
Right.
And so that it was like Cristo land. They'd have to they if they're going to demolish it, they'd wrap it, and then they'd get all the dust confined. So it wasn't like what happened, but they'd come down like a set of pancakes.
Yeah.
And that's the reason why. World Trade Center building number 7 went down and wasn't hit.
Right.
It's because those things were all connected to each other, so that they could just blow the whole thing up.